everybody, what's going on? So heads up, in this video I am actually sick with pneumonia of all things. So if this video sounds a little off compared to the other ones on the channel, I do apologize. I'm actually speaking this in post audio edit right now, so I did my best to clip the audio for you guys, but just a little heads up, if Starlight sounds off, that's on me. I'm sick. But anyways, back to the content. I love you all. Make sure to subscribe. What is your favorite Assassin's Creed title? You know, mine personally, it has to be either Assassin's Creed Black Flag or Assassin's Creed Unity. Those are some of my favorite Assassin's Creed titles. And you know, since the time has come for a brand new Assassin's Creed game, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, I thought, why not sit back and talk about it, man? Because you see, me personally, Assassin's Creed, in my opinion, has been absolute shit for a couple years now, right? One could argue that the Assassin's Creed franchise, as we all know it, died around Origins, which is really saying something. You know, Valhalla was great, Odyssey was okay, but I wouldn't say they were Assassin's Creed games. You know, did you really do anything as an assassin? The answer is no, right? But you know, with Assassin's Creed Shadows, I truly think, and maybe this is just my own personal opinion, that this is their last chance to fix this franchise, because I'm really getting tired of them just throwing the Assassin's Creed label on absolutely anything and basically creating a brand new IP. Like, for example, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you could have taken out the word Assassin's Creed, removed the couple instances of assassins in the game, and it realistically would have been the exact same title from start with very few changes, right? And that kind of makes me mad, man. What happened to the Assassin's Creed games being about, you know, the assassins? That's what the title was started as. That's what happened. Like, what happened to it, right? But I thought, why not sit back and talk about this game just for a little bit, because there are some cool things, right? Like, for example, the brand new female character, Naoe, a female shinobi, and Yasuke, an African samurai. And the game takes place in 1579, so, you know, 68 years after Assassin's Creed Revelations and 135 years before my favorite game, Black Flag. And you know, here's the thing when it comes to Ubisoft, right? There is a lot, and I do mean a lot, of drama surrounding Yasuke right now, right? Because they're claiming he's an African samurai. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you which way it goes. I'm not a historian, nor do I care. At the end of the day, the only thing I want from Shadows is a good Assassin's Creed game. I've been looking forward to this, mind you, since Black Flag came out. You know the little poster, the little Japanese poster in Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Yeah, that's when I first heard about this game. But you know, what's really interesting to me is that Yasuke, and I think it's the reason he's getting so much flack to begin with, right, is when it comes to Assassin's Creed, at least to my knowledge, every single title has had a main lead protagonist that for sure did not exist. Again, take Arno, take Edward, take Connor, take the Fry twins. None of them were actual real people. Ubisoft pulled them right out of their ass. But now that they're using Yasuke, there's a giant deal, especially in the Japanese community, if they should be going around calling him a samurai when truly his history sways in either direction. But you know, I can't really talk about this without going over the post that the Assassin's Creed Twitter page made that says the Assassin's Creed Shadows team has a message for our Japanese community. So I thought, you know, why not read this just to start, right? Because this really does set the tone for how I feel about this game going forward. Alright, it starts like this. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we've explored various settings, time periods, and characters, from an assassin during the Third Crusade to a Viking in the 9th century England, and countless more. For many on our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long cherished dream. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. Overall authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. However, our intention has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about the historical setting we get inspired by, which is funny in itself, right? Because if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure there was a point in time when they took out a crossbow that was supposed to be in one of the earlier Assassin's Creed games, specifically because the crossbow didn't exist in that time period. But you know, whatever. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Japan, our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern within the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. All game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game in your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interests of gameplay and entertainment. Consequently, we respectfully request that any criticism not be directed at our collaborators, both internal and external. Creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative licenses and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. The representation of Yasuke in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. While Yasuke is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is a matter of debate and discussion. We have woven this carefully into our narrative with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Naoe, who is equally important in the game. Our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectfully. While we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is very difficult, we sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the decision, effort, and passion we have poured into it. The Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. Now, here's a few things about all of this, right? Number one, just starting from the back, working our way forward. That is true. This isn't the first game to have a dual protagonist, especially from Assassin's Creed, right? If I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure the Fry twins were the first one to get that treatment. And Assassin's Creed Syndicate was really good, at least in my personal opinion. I thought it was really great. But you know, here's the problem, again, when it comes to Yasuke, is that normal Assassin's Creed protagonists, they're not real. They're completely made up. Because of this, you can basically make their story or their backstory whatever the fuck you want it to be. And yes, in Assassin's Creed fairness, during, at least to my knowledge, every game that's come out, there's always that little, I guess you call it a postcard that says this game was inspired by real people and historical events. But the problem is that in previous Assassin's Creed titles, these characters that they bring in, these real people, they at least kind of sort of stick to the realistic situations that they were in. So you bring in a character like Yasuke, a guy who was real, and it is heavily debated if he was an actual samurai or not. Yeah, sure, I guess I can understand the drama. But at the end of the day, none of this matters, because the biggest thing that people should really be talking about is this game going to be good or not? Again, look at recent Assassin's Creed titles, man. I'm sorry, but they've been absolutely terrible, right? The last game that I personally enjoyed from them was Origins. That's really saying something. Black Flag, if I'm being technical, but I'm not going to live in the past, right? Origins was really good. But for it to be that long since we've had a good Assassin's Creed game, I'm actually scared, man, because what if Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out and it's just an absolute mess, dude? Like 3 failures back to back to back would be absolutely terrible, right? At the end of the day, and the Shadows did look really good, right? Just to kind of interrupt myself, the trailers looked really, really good for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I thought the stealth looked really good. I thought the graphics were really nice. I thought the characters did seem interesting. You know, Naoe, a shinobi from Japan, and Yasuke, who, while was a real dude, I am interested to see the story that Assassin's Creed's going to tell for him. I just want this game to be good, man. I've been waiting for this game since Black Flag 2013, if memory is correct, for this game, right? And I'm not alone. The community has wanted a Japanese Assassin's Creed game for years, man. They cannot mess this up, and part of me is scared that they will. Part of me is scared that this game is going to come out and it's going to be absolute garbage. I don't know why. I don't know where this fear is coming from. Something's just telling me that Assassin's Creed Shadows may end up bombing. I'm going to be a hypocrite and buy the game anyways, because I made a promise to myself that I am going to play at least every Assassin's Creed game once. I don't want to be a total hypocrite. I'm going to shit on it. I at least want to play it for Assassin's Creed specifically all the way through. I have to, right? But I don't know, man. I have a really weird feeling that Shadows is going to come out. It's just going to bomb. And I also heard that apparently they were using like purchases from Amazon in order to promote the game, which is stupid in its own right. You would think that if they're going to promote Assassin's Creed Shadows, they would have a team or a development house that would actually create props and whatnot, not grab random bullshit swords from Amazon, but you know, whatever. Overall though, I'm interested in Assassin's Creed Shadows. I do hope it's a genuinely good game, and I do hope that Assassin's Creed Shadows kind of brings back what Assassin's Creed used to be. You know, I'm not really a fan of the new, what do you want to call it? I guess you call it open world RPG, right? This whole, The idea that bum rushing your enemies is the best solution to everything. All your enemies have a level. I remember when the hidden blade used to be like, that was it. That was your insta-kill regardless of the enemy type, right? That to me was fun. The whole sneaking around enemy encampments to make sure that you picked off enemies one by one, or the fact that you were actually part of the Brotherhood, because that's what I want, man. I want to learn more about the Brotherhood. I want to learn more about the Templars. I want to learn more about their story. I don't want to be a Viking that sometimes interacts with the Brotherhood. I don't care about that, right? And if I'm being really honest, I don't even care about the modern day aspect. If I want modern day Assassin's Creed, I'll just go play Watch Dogs, because they are in the same universe, right? I don't need a modern day version of Assassin's Creed. If you're gonna do the modern day crap, just make another game. Make it completely different, or go pick up Watch Dogs, right? At the end of the day, I don't care for it. All I want is a good Assassin's Creed game that stays in the time period that they're putting it in, right? If this game is gonna take place in 1579 or wherever the f it's being placed, yeah, 1579, then leave it there. There's no reason to jump to the unless you absolutely have to, and I mean absolutely have to tell your story properly. Stay in the time period that you're giving. Don't jump around from front. No one cares. At least me personally, I don't care. I do not care for the modern day aspect. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid in Valhalla. I thought it was stupid in Odyssey. Me personally, I like it when they just stay in that time period. I know, I believe Origins have the same shit. Call me a hypocrite. But at the end of the day, man, I just want Assassin's Creed Shadows to be good. And I feel like I'm not asking for very much. I do like, though, that we're also going back to the dual protagonists. I thought I did really, really well in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And it was really well done. You know, the bond between brother and sister as they liberate London. It was really well done. So I think going back to this dual protagonist style, and the fact we're playing as an actual assassin again, that part has me hyped. It has me excited because I really do want to believe that Shadows is going to be the game that I've been wanting for absolutely years. A game that's going to go back to its roots and kind of understand why people fell in love with this franchise to begin with. A game that we're going to be able to look back on years from now and say, holy shit, man, Assassin's Creed Shadows went crazy. And that's not even all of it, right? You see, to kind of add on to the mess, and I guess you could also call it the worry that I have for this game, they stole the copyrighted battle flag of a Japanese reenactment group and sold it in the collector's edition without the group even knowing. And all they did for compensation was saying that they're sorry and that they're gonna sell it anyways, only removing it from the game and not the digital artwork, which is kind of some bullshit, right? It's not yours, Ubisoft. You shouldn't have it in the art book if they don't want it in there, right? It doesn't matter if you have to scrap it all or not. You took it without permission. But they also bought the copyrighted sword of an anime character, Zoro, from One Piece and sold it in the same collector's edition, including the base it sits on. Not to mention, they also wrote the Japanese language wrong in the mystery box, and the flag Yasuke is wearing in the collector's edition is also incorrect, which really just adds to like the what the f is going on kind of moment. But you know, that's really it. That's all I got for you. Are you excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Let me know. You know, I'm genuinely curious what you think about this game, what you think the game's gonna be like, if you think it's gonna be good, if you even want a Japanese Assassin's Creed game. Like, I'm sure many of you have, right? But besides all that, you know, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.